Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If it's your first time seeing my face, and if you're a returning subscriber or you're just returning to watch my video, thank you so much guys for coming and for watching my video. So today, as you can see by the title of the video, I am shooting I moved out at 21 or 20 video. So I'm basically just gonna talk about my experience with moving out and living alone, the experience with the actual moving out, and now post moving out, living alone and actually having to stay here all by myself with no one to like watch over me or to like be here with me, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna start and not say a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about my experience moving out first. I remember beginning of last year, 2018, I had made a goal to save 10 grand by July, and I had no reasons as to why I'm doing that. I didn't have like a set plan. No, I'm saving this money for this specific thing. I am going to do this and this and this with the money. I didn't have that plan. It just came to my mind, you know what, I'm just gonna save money, and that's exactly what I did. I just saved the money. Why? I didn't have a reason to. I just saved the money. I think I wanted to like find out or see if I can actually do it, which I really did, and I'm thankful to God for that. But other than that, I did save the money. And then I remember mid-July, that's when I actually considered moving out of my parents' house. There were contributing factors to me moving out of my parents' house, but yeah, I just decided, I actually considered it. I was like, okay, if I was to move out, what am I gonna do? What exactly what do I need? Where am I going to go? What am I gonna pay with? Like my sources of income, if I'm emotionally and mentally ready for it. I had to consider that, and I actually started warming up to the idea, I think beginning of August, because I started behaving like I have moved out of my parents' house. At some point I even forgot that I still live there, and I was like, yeah, I'm going back to my place. That time I didn't even have a place, but yeah, it was that deep. Like I had convinced myself that much, you know what, it's time for me to move out, and that's exactly what I did. So I looked for a house, which didn't take me a lot to do. I think I was at an advantage because at the time my cousin was moving out of my parents' house as well, and she was moving in with roommates from my parents' church, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna move into the house that the girls my cousin now lives with are moving out of. So I called the landlord. I was like, yo, is the place available? Can you guys keep it for me? And then they informed me, no, they're actually renovating the place, they're making it bigger, and as soon as it's done, they're gonna let me know so that I can move in. So it gave me time to prepare myself as well. So they said mid-August the house will be ready, but unfortunately it was only ready September. That's what happened, and boy was I frustrated, because I was like, I want to move out. I was excited about moving out, so I was like, okay, I'm over this, like I want to move out. I at least moved into my house September, and I had to buy literally everything from scratch. The only thing I had was my chest of drawers, which I bought like 2 years or a year prior to me moving. I had my laundry basket, which is not mine. I just took it from my parents' house because I used it, and I was like, okay, let me just take it. And my mirror, I didn't buy it as well, the mirror, I just took it, just like the laundry basket. So those are the only 3 things I had. So I had to buy a bed, I had to buy cutlery, I had to buy plates and forks and everything, I had to buy curtains for the kitchen, I had to buy detergents, I had to buy bathroom things, the thing that cleans the bathroom, I had to buy that. I had to buy like even the littlest things, like the little details. I just had to consider them because I had to move out. The curtain railing thingies, my bobs, I had to consider that, although I didn't buy them, but because my curtains don't need that. But I had to consider that because obviously I'm moving into a new house and they have different windows. So I bought a bed, I bought my hot plates, it's a hot plate, my stove, which is a 2-burner, which is fine. I bought my kettle, I bought my utensils, my forks, my plates. I bought what's about groceries, and on top of that I live around because I'm trying to see what exactly I bought. I bought my side table, I bought the bathroom things, like I said. Oh, I also owned the bag hanger. That's the only 4 items I owned prior to me moving out. And then with the fridge, I just took my cousin's fridge because she moved out of town, so she left her fridge behind, and I took it, but I don't like it anymore. I'm sorry if you're watching this, but I don't like the fridge anymore, so I swapped it out. I have a tiny fridge, a bar fridge now, which fits under my food cupboard here, but makes sense for me because it saves space. So this big fridge has to go now. The small bar fridge was given to me by a friend, so thank you, friend, for that fridge if you're watching. Yeah, and then I'll just move on to what they actually don't tell you when you move. You have to save a lot of money. Like I said, it took another 10 grand that I saved beginning of the year. I needed it when it was time to move, because I had to buy everything from scratch. The bed costed a lot of money, the utensils costed a lot of money, the plate, these things, they are dura. And dude, I had to buy everything except for a fridge, which my whole 10 grand was done. Like, it was finished after buying things. So they don't tell you. You have to save a lot if you want to move. Like, if you have the furniture already, or you can save money and then buy the furniture kabunya, and you can store it somewhere, or just save the money, and then when you're ready to move, you can now consider going and finding cheap places where you can buy the items from, so that you can purchase them and get them to your house. You have to pay rent. Like, that's the first thing that you need to consider when you get your paycheck or you get your money. You have to pay rent, you have to buy food, you have to transport. Whether you have a car or not, you have to consider transport, because it's either using public transport or you're going to pay petrol to maneuver around here. So you have to pay for transport, you have to feed yourself, you have to pay rent, you have to pay for medical aid bills if you have that. If you are completely independent like me, I have to pay for medical aid, I have to pay for rent, I have to pay my transport, I have to buy food for myself, I have to tithe, I have to also buy myself clothing, because these things wear out. I mean, I don't think I've gone proper shopping in a while, because I've been prioritizing the more important things, and I think things are starting to settle now, and hopefully my pay increases so that the girl can now start buying things that she wants, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you also have to clean after yourself. There's no one here to help me clean my house, so I have to do it. I think with cleaning, I don't it's not a big chore for me because it's my space after all, so I generally just take care of my space and just make sure it's clean. I'm a neat freak in my own space, if that makes sense. If it's my space, I don't mind cleaning. You have to clean after yourself, guys. You have to cook you have to cook for yourself. If you're living alone, like me, you have to cook. However, unless you want to eat out every day. That's what I did majority of last year. I ate out a lot, which was not so advisable. I mean, I wasted a lot of money on junk food, but that's fine. I'm trying to I'm trying to train myself to cook more mulapeng, improve my cooking skills, and also like save money and not like eat out. I'm craving sushi, I'm craving a wimpy veggie burger, I'm craving, yeah, that's the 2 things I'm craving right now. A veggie burger from Wimpy and sushi, but I ain't trying to get that unless somebody wants to pay for that. I ain't getting it because I have to prioritize my money. My money needs to go where I have to invest in stuff and save and stuff. I'm a very big saver. I do not like being broke, so I save a lot. I'm a big saver, so it saves, to be honest. It really saves you, because when you actually need the money at the time, let's say there's something that you see in a shop and you really want it, you have the money because you saved for it. But when I don't save for specific things, I just save in general, and then if something comes up, that's when I pop up the money. So that's how I do things. You have to cook for yourself, you have to feed yourself, you have to dress yourself, dude. You have to do your own laundry. I go to my parents' house for laundry. I take my laundry to my parents' house. They have a washing machine, so buy laundry mats. I used to go to a laundry mat for that, but now my parents bought a washing machine, so the girl goes to my parents' house to do the washing. It's like an excuse to go see them anyway, so kill two birds with one stone. I do that. And then the fun part about living alone is that I can come and go as I please. I can eat what I want when I want. I'm not under pressure to cook at a certain time. I remember when I was living with my parents, I think my mom, after 7:30, she won't eat. Like, she will not eat. And late. So I was under pressure to cook at a certain time and to have the food ready by a certain time. But when I'm living here by myself, I can cook whenever I want. I can eat whenever I want, although it's unhealthy to eat late, but I can do that whenever I want. I can come and go whenever I want. I can sleep whenever I want, unless I have things to do like errands and work. But otherwise, during weekends, I can pretty much do what I want. I can have anyone over that I like, or like people. I can just have people over. My friends can come over and not ask for permission. There's just freedom. I think it comes with responsibility as well, because obviously you have all these bills to pay, you have all this responsibility to keep the place tidy, to also make sure that you have your things in order so that your world doesn't fall apart, you know. Yeah, you can go to parties as you want, you can go to events as you want, because you don't have to ask your parents for permission to do anything. I think the only thing that I do is tell my parents when I'm traveling. That's the only time I tell them, okay, I'm traveling to this place. But otherwise, if I'm going to Sagar, I'm not going to tell them I'm going to Sagar. If I'm going to Pavilion, I'm not going to tell them I'm going to Pavilion. By the way, I do go to Pavilion, but it's not like for drinking purposes, but I used to. But okay, I'm going to cut that out, but okay, that's fine. Yeah. If you have anything to add, anything to ask me, comment section is the place to be. You can pretty much do the things. I'm here if you need any advice about it, if you need any financial help, saving tips. Let me know if you want to know in detail how I do my savings and how I spend my money, if that makes sense. But I'm not an expert in saving and finances, but I consider myself a very good saver. And yeah, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And please do subscribe below. I am very, very thankful to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. You guys are the bomb. You guys are just amazing. Let's see where this channel takes us. Gonna be on this journey together. Yeah, we will see where this takes us. We'll see it as time goes. I'm really just grateful for you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Bye.